Well, if you want to access Colorado's voting computers, you could have done that for about many, many months, actually, if you wanted to, if you had physical access to the machines and the passwords, which were available wide open for you on the Secretary of State's websites. That's because the passwords for voting, the voting machines all over Colorado were available right on the Secretary of State's website for months. You can't make this up. I mean, how in the hell did this happen? How did they get there? Well, in fact, they were put there by the Democrat Secretary of State, Jena Griswold's own office. Yes, they put them there. Now they've admitted as much only after being caught in the act. Watch.
They found out about the breach 5 days ago, but only started changing the leaked passwords after that security issue was made public. Tonight, 9 News investigates why Griswold dragged her feet on securing the voting machines and telling county clerks about the breach. Here's Marshall Zellinger.
Voting machines used by county clerks are listed on the Colorado Secretary of State's website by serial number, by county, by model, and vendor. And apparently, up until last week, there was a hidden tab next to inventory that, when unhidden, showed one of 2 passwords needed to make changes to each computer. And Democratic Secretary of State Jena Griswold knew about this on Thursday and did not start having any of the passwords changed until it became public on Tuesday. She also did not notify county clerks until it became public.
She should be fired. This is absolute election negligence. You knew about it. You didn't alert other individuals to fix it. And you only copped to it after the media found out about it and called you on it. That's what happened here.
And also, don't forget, that's the same lady that spearheaded trying to get Trump off the ballot in Colorado.
If Jena Griswold looks familiar to you, you'll recall that this is the very same person that tried to remove Trump from the Colorado ballot because she labeled him an insurrectionist.
My larger reaction is disappointment. I do believe that states should be able, under our Constitution, to bar oath-breaking insurrectionists. And ultimately, this decision leaves open the door for Congress to act, to pass authorizing legislation. But we know that Congress is a nearly non-functioning body. So ultimately, it will be up to the American voters to save our democracy in November.
This was a unanimous decision, and
it was not a unanimous decision. In fact, the dissenting judges are currently on the ballot. So if you're a Colorado voter, the justices Boatwright and Birkencotter were 2 of the 3 that dissented on that opinion from the Colorado Supreme Court. So if you agree with them, you should vote them back into office. So I don't know why she said that.
Yeah, that's weird. So who is investigating this election disaster? Don't worry. The very same people that leaked the passwords are now investigating it. Jena Griswold's own office is investigating herself. How's that going to go?
Who will investigate the password leak from your office?
Well, we're disclosing what happened. If we are in a situation where we have good information to know that there is a security threat, we will notify and I will take action. But that's just not where we're at.
So just want to make sure I've got a clear answer to that question. It sounds like what you're saying is the only people investigating the actions of your office are your office, unless I'm mistaken. Is there an outside agency that's investigating what happened in your office?
Well, what happened in my office is very straightforward.
It's very straightforward.
We fucked up.
That's
what happened.
We put out these passwords, and so we're gonna look into ourselves.
Yeah,
we're gonna navel gaze into ourselves and investigate ourselves. It's very straightforward.
I wouldn't be surprised if they don't do what. I think the kid was. I think it was in the Netherlands where a kid found a government website and accidentally ended up in the back end where he had everybody's personal information. He reported it to them, and they arrested him for hacking. So I'm surprised
actually,
go.
Arrest herself. Yeah.
Actually, that's what Edward Snowden did. When he was a teenager, he found some unhidden information on the government website. He called the government himself, and then he was home, and the government called him back 6 weeks later. His mom answered the phone, and they were like, someone from the Justice Department's asking for you. He was 14 years old. He just really cared so much about government security. This is a foreshadowing of what he would would become is that he found that kind of thing himself.
So the laundry list of voting irregularities is astonishing right now across the country. I mean, we could literally do a show for 4 hours today going through all of the reports across the United States. This is not a conspiracy theory, but here's one of the latest ones that just came in about 2 hours ago. I'll share this one with you out of Kentucky. So here's another one in Kentucky. Voters there reporting they cannot click on Trump's name. Watch. This is happening from multiple reports, not just one person with a camera. I am trying to vote for Donald Trump. Keep trying to vote for Donald Trump. Oh, you know what? You don't want to vote for Donald Trump, and it switches it to Kamala Harris. Can we play that again? It's unbelievable. I'm pressing Donald Trump. I'm pressing Donald Trump's name, and no. It won't let me press Donald Trump. It just flips it right over to Kamala Harris. I mean, you can see 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll try with my thumb now. How about with my other finger? Oh, that one will work? Oh, sure. But you want Kamala.
Oh, my gosh. All right. Well, that's happening. We told you yesterday where you can report these kind of things. The Justice Department says that they have 94 field offices available and waiting for these kind of things to investigate. Will they do it? I don't know. I share your pessimism, but it's there, right?
Yeah.